What's up, guys? Now we're back, the Bloody Red Dragons, for the final group match, which very well might be our last match altogether. We started this save game when in the game it was 1997, and there was no chance of qualifying for the first World Cup in 98. And we missed the qualification for the Euros in 2000, but we did qualify for the World Cup in 2002, the last one, and made an excellent performance in that World Cup. Made our way to the quarterfinals, wasn't it, or was it the round of 16? Now I forget. But actually, we did well, and I guess you could say that in this World Cup we've also surpassed expectations just by qualifying. But here in the group, we haven't really done a very good job. We sort of botched it by getting only a draw against China, 0-0, and then losing heavily to Denmark. So now we face Argentina, and normally that would be one of the football greats, but they've done even worse than us in this group. They do have some amazing players, like Crespo, 30 years old, and Batistuta, Ortega, right? You probably remember most of these if you also played this version of the Football Manager game, Championship Manager as it was called. Those times 1v1 is really amazing. But as you can tell, most of these players are playing for South American clubs. Argentina is not a playable nation in this game. So, and I only chose the English League as the active league. So, for that reason, I guess, then there are lots of them that are not really playing for any real clubs, I guess you could say. So, that probably makes some sort of, well, he plays for Barnsley, 36 years old. That's so weird, though. But 109 caps, you have to respect that. Anyway, it sort of means that they don't have as many players to choose from as they normally would if I had selected more leagues or if it had been a playable nation. So that's our luck. For instance, even though they have lots of cool attackers and attacking midfielders, they are somewhat lacking in the defense. They've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actual defenders selected for the whole squad. Oh, no, Biagio can also play as defender. But also, the goalkeepers, they only have this one. He looks decent enough. But still only one goalkeeper for the whole World Cup squad. And then the grayed out one that I guess the game provided when there was no one else. But just goes to show that they don't have a lot of players to choose from either. Neither do we, that's because there aren't any more Welsh players in the database. This is probably going to be the last match for us because I promised you guys I'd step down as national team manager after this. And not necessarily after this match, of course, but after this World Cup. And, well, chances are that we might lose this match and end up not advancing from the groups. But obviously, now I just want to show you again, obviously Argentina has no chance of qualifying for the round of 16 either. So maybe those players will not be very motivated and mine will, I don't know. But anyway, this is all about getting, well, not more points than China, but just hoping that China will lose to Denmark. Then we might actually advance from this group just by scoring more goals than the Chinese. So sort of up to chance now, and we can't settle it all on our own. I asked, by the way, for your advice last time, and the only thing that someone commented, Neil something, now I forget his name, but a decent chap who has spent a little bit of his time commenting on my videos. Um, and what he commented was that is probably not a good idea to choose Steve Pennock with the no, not him, to choose Robert Page, sorry, as the captain, because of the very low morale, even though he has influence 19. So I'm not gonna choose him or one of the other old guys in the squad, and I'm not going to choose well, high-profile players like Giggs with superb morale and an influence of 15, which is not as good as 19 and so on, because I don't know about the morale thing really. It's one of the mysteries of CM 97 98. And I think that's the cool thing about this game, because even though I've played it for 21 years or whatever, it's still there's some things that I just can't figure out exactly how they work, and the captaincy is one of them. Sometimes I feel that um, if if I give the captaincy to someone who, in retrospect, when I look back at that match, when I can see that someone else had maybe better influence or was a higher profile player in terms of, I don't know, age, wages, just well, I don't know, a better player, then the player that I gave the captaincy to would not play very well. Maybe because of the pressure or because of, I don't know, some group dynamic, some psychological thing in the squad. And I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe there's not all this stuff going on, and maybe it's just random. But anyway, what I've chosen to do is give the today's captaincy to Dave. Dave is a 24-year-old Welsh guy whose career really kicked off this season. So he's played in three clubs in this season, in this season alone, and also three clubs last season. Oh, so I guess it was last season actually. Well, he was on loan last season. Then he was sold to Southampton, and he was there for a stint, and then in Wrexham. But the Glasgow Rangers move seems to have worked well for him. Obviously, it's not a real league, the Scottish league. It's only got the English league active, like I said. But this guy's been playing all right for the international team without impressing too much. But I think, well, he's actually a regen of Barry Horn, so still relying on the regens. Superb morale, 20 in influence. So even though he's not one of the oldest in the squad, I think he's a good choice for captain. I hope you guys agree, and if not, then you can tell me off in the comments after the match. I'm going to play this one, and oh, by the way, one of the other comments actually told me that in the last match I made a mistake because I had wanted, it went a little fast in the last stages of that match, and I was sort of I don't know, there was nothing much to do, right? But I had wanted to sub Ricardo Chapo for John Hartson, but apparently I subbed Giggs, who was one of the players who actually played well. He even scored a goal. So that was pretty stupid. But it wouldn't have made a big difference anyway. I would have lost that game under any circumstances. But what about this one? Will I lose it? Will I win and somehow actually make it through the group? I don't know. Denmark, they don't have anything to play for either. And the Chinese goalkeeper is, well, better than Ramasut anyway. So let's see what happens. This might be our last run, just like I said. I think everyone looks like they're ready. We've got John Hartson from the beginning, even though low morale and everything, but I feel comfortable having him on the pitch because, well, he's been one of our greats here in Wales since the beginning. And this is it. We are up against Argentina. And starts with the free kick going our way. Let's just look at the Argentine tactics. So I was just curious about their defense. They've got Ayala, some guy named Daniel, and this fella. Alright, looks like a pretty good defense though. And Biagio, it looks like a great team actually. So yeah. And yeah, this is going to be difficult. But let's see what happens. At least I hope we get a better performance by the Welsh goalkeeper today. So, and still anything might happen in football, right? But really, this whole World Cup thing, it went wrong. All right, Ayala went wrong in the first match. We really should have won that one. But still, if we had won against the Chinese and lost against the Danes, like we inevitably would, I guess, then right. So see this. Sorry for interrupting myself, but anyway, see what happened. One of the central defenders was injured, so they don't have any defenders to get on the pitch. So I guess Snyder, this guy who's a forward, left and center, they put him as number 10 in the central defense right now. So that's what I'm talking about. Might be our lucky break. Because, well, I'm not sure exactly how the game mechanics work, but I can't imagine that it would be a wise, wise tactical choice to put your attacker in the central defense. Yes! John Hartson! Alright, sorry. Still, we have to hang on to this. This could be huge. So, weaknesses like this, I don't care about the best players advancing in the World Cup or anything like that. Argentina, they're not going to advance from the group anyway. So it's not really them that we are up against. We just really need to win this match. And John Hartson, he actually got us a goal. So, yes! Okay. This looks pretty good at this point. Might still go wrong. Oh. Right, a mistake from our goalkeeper actually. But Hughes kicked it away. No, not right now. Not. Ah, damn it! Just before the break. Okay. So. Okay. So halftime. Very interesting. Okay. So Steve Pennock with the goal. Pugh playing well. Even with the captaincy. Toshak, I wasn't sure about him. like I told you last time, but it seems to work okay. Giggs is playing well. Yeah, that's cool. All right, see what happens. I'm not gonna make any further changes right now. No. So, did they change? Yeah, I thought they would. I thought they might have done that, but what is this? So they've got this guy on right back and Ibagaza. Who the hell is that? What's this one? He's a defender center. He's playing in the left, on the left back position. He might secretly be able to play the other one. I have no idea. Same thing with mine, right? So Lopez, this guy who's a forward, he's playing a central defender. Zanetti, who's a right back, yeah, he plays central defense. Daniel, this guy as a sweeper, and then Biagio as defensive midfielder. Very interesting. So Simeone and Riquelme, that's a pretty good central midfield, but they're playing mostly defensive. 5-3-2, and then with the arrows sort of trying to counter, which doesn't make much sense because they actually have most of the play. And then they're playing with Ortega up front and Snyder. Juan Eduardo Snyder. Cool names though. Cool. A lot of really cool 90s Argentine footballers. German with an important save. So, this is crazy. No. And I'm just realizing, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this could still go wrong. It could happen that we actually win this match, but don't advance from the group, because if the Chinese get a draw, then they have more points than we do, a draw or a win, for that matter. So I'm really counting on the Danes to help me here. So let's see what's happening. Yeah. So they're actually playing a little bit better than us. Toshak is not playing very well. Davies is also disappointing a bit with like a very, very good. Well, his condition is still very good. It's the 91, and that's what always happens when some player isn't really motivated or whatever. Gotta leave Freestone. So instead of Toshak, I could move Oster down there. He's not really good with any tackling or anything. Could use Steve Jenkins. He's sort of reliable, but not. Well, he never plays very well, but he doesn't play poorly either. Or I could use Lee Freestone, who is the new Mark Pembridge. Could also use him. Toshak has, well, not very good determination or anything. Good tackling though. I don't really know. Difficult decision. But anyway, I'm getting Steve Jenkins on. Might not be as good in this position as Toshak. But at this point in the match, then it's just probably a good idea to get fresh players on the pitch. Then we've got Chappell. He can come on in the end of the match, maybe, instead of Andy Davies. The rest of them should be all right. Even though Pugh and Giggs and Hughes are tired, we really need them. They're important for us. No. Yeah, so am I. Relieved. Okay. No. Oh. Right. So this is going to be nerve-wracking, the last minutes of this match. So I don't really know. I mean, Hartson isn't playing well either. He just got the goal, but apart from that, he's just, well, it's just a ton of misses, isn't it? So I'm going to get him out and Chapel on, and this time I did actually substitute the player I'd meant to. Steve Jenkins isn't playing very well, but well, I just put him on, but still, come on, Steve, this is important. Oh shit. Oh shit, come on then. So we're almost there. This is so damn close. I think I'm going to have to stand up for the end of this match. Oh crap. No, don't do that shit. Just past the post. Full time. Alright. So, hopefully Denmark has beaten the Chinese. No, they... Oh, they did. I just saw like the little results go by in the top right corner, and I actually thought I just read Denmark China 1-2, but Denmark won. This means by my calculations, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think no. Damn it. Damn. I wasn't sure because obviously this was a question of whether it was the goals for or just the goal difference that was important, and there's no way you can go and actually see those rules in this game. So this sucks, and this is sort of well, it's not the, well, damn, I just had my hopes up. So I was pretty sure I was runner-up in this group, but I'm not. China are, because of the goal difference. So it wasn't just the most goals scored. So we're out. That means I'm going to have to resign. Damn it. And probably I'll just I'll keep playing this save game, because I sort of made a deal with myself to take the first available manager job in a Welsh club, one of the Welsh clubs in the English league system. So yeah, damn it. I'm just gonna click through this World Cup, just in case you're super interested. Damn it, you guys. But they did well in the last match. And yeah. And Germany beats China 5-0. So if we had advanced from the group, then the next match, the next opponent we would meet would be these guys. And well, then that would be it, because we wouldn't be able to beat the Germans. I'm pretty sure of it. They look pretty good, and they've been consistently good. But actually, now that I'm going to resign, then the idea is to, like I said, take a Welsh club and just choose a lot of Welsh players and sort of boost the national team from club level. And I don't know how that'll go, and I don't know whether it'll be anything that'll be worth making videos about or anything, because I'm unsure of the format. It's a bit easier with these national matches because they're so rare. You only have those, I don't know, 6 or 7 matches throughout a season. And obviously no one would want to watch like every little minute of me playing with a club. That would be a long time. So I'd have to sort of edit it and maybe choose some important matches, some extra interesting matches. I don't know. Quarterfinals. So Denmark actually proceeds, wins against France, and we've got Germany, Brazil, Spain, and Denmark on the 5th. And I don't know, when is the right time to quit? Should I just quit now? I probably should. So Germany wins penalty shootout. That's sounds like Germany. Spain versus Denmark. Yeah. So a victory for Spain. All right. Germany versus Spain in the World Cup final. So a real huge disappointment for all the British teams, actually, at this World Cup. So actually, I don't know, so close, but we really weren't very good in this World Cup. But I'm happy about having chosen this formation. I think it worked reasonably well. The thing with the goalkeeper, that was pretty stupid in hindsight. But it was hard to know that this guy wouldn't perform because he actually is the regen of Neville Southall. But I don't know what it is. It's one of the mysteries of this game as well. It's not always that the 9th, right? It's not always that the regens will actually perform according to the ability and whatever. So Denmark beating the Brazilians, so weird. And Germany, of course, they win the World Cup. Guido Vogel, he was also the guy who I singled out as the best performer at the Euros 2 seasons earlier in this game. Quite impressive, this guy. So that was the 2006 World Cup. And I don't know, some of you guys who are still watching this episode, you've been part of this journey from the beginning, and I just like to say that I appreciate it. It's been really cool, and I don't know. There were some of these episodes that I made along the way, especially the ones during the World Cup in 2002, where I was lucky enough to, just by chance, I was in South Korea and able to play some of the games at the actual World Cup stadium. But anyway, I had quite a lot of viewers, not like millions of viewers or anything, but I'll settle for less. I don't know, 30 or 40 viewers for some of the matches. These ones, the videos that I'm making at the moment, have like, I don't know, 10 or 15 people watching them. But some of those people are, you guys almost feel like friends, my championship manager friends that I don't really know, but who have been commenting on these videos almost every time. So I don't know. I just like that interaction, and I'd just like to say that I appreciate that actually. I'm trying to find the screen where I can resign. So this is it. Resigning from my position as Wales manager. I think that's the right thing to do. In real life, that would be what a manager would do, I think, after 3 huge international tournaments and a great performance, but also probably time for something new in Wales. I'm not going to click done now because it's the 15th of July, so the game will go into all this stuff. Actually, why the hell does it do that? I've never tried that before, but then again, I've not tried sitting around just waiting for this screen to happen. But obviously, yeah, come to think of it, it does that because I'm not a manager of any team, so it just automatically clicks done, and the game will go on and without me, I guess. But obviously, when some club needs a manager, they'll ask me. And at some point, it might be a Welsh team, and I'll take over. And you might hear a little bit about that if you click subscribe. And, well, try to keep up to date with what I'm doing. Because then it'll either be that or I'll get a new idea for some game that I could play. Anyway, enough talk. I'm just rambling on. Hard to let go, I guess. But anyway, I'll see you guys for another Jampman session at some point. I'm going to stop recording now. Bye.